Oh, there we go.
Hello, everybody out there that is watching us. Today we're doing a little late. Something happened and we show up late. Anyway, we're going to talk today about the importance to bring somebody new aboard in your business or in your company or whatever you do when you bring somebody new aboard. What is important? The three things that makes easy for you and for anybody that's hiring people new. What are those three things, Katie?
Well, first of all, so right now we're talking to property managers of industrial companies, hopefully. So, hey Fabian.
Hello, Fabian.
So, yeah, we just have 3 quick tips on how to make life easier and make a more smooth transaction when you hire new companies or employees, like Lonzo said. So, the first tip would be when you hire, so make sure you give them time to adjust and show them the ropes. So now, when this is typically like for subcontractors, because if you hire a new employee, it's going to be a little bit different. But if you're hiring, you out there are in charge of hiring examples of subcontractors.
Yeah, like landscaping, janitorial service, window cleaning, the maintenance for the electric, the plumbing, and all that.
Yeah.
And it can be stress.
Yeah. So a lot of times people have really great resumes, and you'll see that they have, let's say 20 years of experience in, let's say that you're in an RV factory. They have 20 years of experience in another RV factory in another town or 20 minutes away or whatever. Something happened and they're looking for a new job, so they're coming to you. And you think, great, these people are coming in.
They have the experience, they're ready to go, but sometimes the way the other company is doing is totally different than what you're doing. So you got to make sure you have that time and specific and be clear with them how your business is running, because sometimes you're like, oh, I already hired them, they already know. Get to work.
Yeah, exactly. Or let's say that you hire a cleaning company like us, and we have a lot of experience, and we come in, and just because we have a lot of experience, we've been in this for 10 years now, but we have a lot of experience in the cleaning role, but that doesn't mean that we're going to need a little bit of time, because once you show us around your facility, or you show any company around the facility, let's say it's landscaping, you tell them exactly what you want, there's going to be a couple times that they either miss something, or that they have to adjust to your facility, no matter how long they've been at other facilities cleaning or taking care of them. You have to give them a little bit of leeway. Usually it's not more than a week, but even so, just know that you're going to have to give a little bit of leeway in order to get the results that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For example, if you're going to hire somebody it's inside your facility, like the manufacturer, like the RVs and all that stuff, sometimes the people, you excited for them and they excited for you, and you're like, oh, cool, good, it's nice I find this person, but you don't take the time and look back and say that they run the same way that I do my thing, and then you step back and look at that and you see a little bit different, and you start getting uncomfortable, oh, I thought he had experience, I thought he had all this, what's wrong with this guy? But you don't take the time and look and say, oh, they run differently things. So that's one of the main things. We gotta give him time and be patient. Don't just shoot, they did something wrong, let's fire them.
And it's easy too. It's easy to be like, man, they have a lot of experience, let's bring them on so we don't have to train them so much, or because we can tend to want to slack a little bit on our end. So I'm sure it's the same with you guys. So we've had people come in and they have tons of experience in janitorial, and we're like, okay, great, but you know what? We use different chemicals, we service different locations, we run our business by our core values, not by just get everybody clean. We really want to serve our community rather than, we run it completely differently than other companies.
But let me tell you this, I'm going to argue with you that it's not slack, it's just the fact that we have so much on our plate, and you're like, good, I find this person that's really good, I don't have to worry about it, and you move on. But it's not because it's slack, it's because a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and since you find this person with a lot of experience, you're like, yes, but you got to take the same process and slow down. And
well, that would be slacking, just to clarify. That's totally slacking, because you don't take the time to, all right. Anyway, he says it's not slacking, I say it is a little bit of slacking.
I think it's you get control when you're like, great, move on, I gotta go focus this energy in something else. But
slacking. Yep.
All right then.
What do you guys say? What do you say, Grace and Fabian? Is that slacking, or that's just because you're too busy? We'll wait and see if they say anything. But all right.
All right. We'll wait and see who
Either way, you got to take the time to make sure that just because they have a lot of experience, you still are going to have to show them the ropes and Take that time to give them time to adjust to your building or whatever.
Believe it or not, it's like they say a lot of people like, oh, it just this building is the same thing. We do the same thing. We offer the same thing. Every different building is different, and it takes some different challenge to get adjusted. And doesn't matter how much experience you have. Or people say, oh, I got many experience. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's not. Even if it's cleaning, like she's mentioned, that is. It takes time to adjust to the new building. Doesn't matter what.
Yep. The second tip we have is to not set the bar. Make sure you set the bar at the right height. So with that said, you can say to yourselves, okay, we want to hire somebody to come in and take care of our plumbing. No, not even plumbing. Let's just say the equipment that you guys have out on the floor. So let's say if you have floor scrubbers at your place and you want to have somebody come in, maintenance guy, come in and take care of those for you. And you need to make sure that you are not, you're not giving them too much for what you're paying them for, but at the same time, you're not giving them too little for what you're paying for, because you could really be spending more time and effort on somebody else who's doing all of the things that you want them to do, rather than, okay, let's just say, I'm sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. So let's say you hire somebody for a $50 an hour job, and they're only wanting $20 an hour. So right there, that should be a little bit of a red flag, but maybe you think I want to save a couple bucks and, not pay them but you still expect them to do all the things that the $50 an hour person would do. So you have to be careful, not set the bar, that you set the bar at the right height. Because if you do that, that maintenance guy will come in and you're paying him $20 an hour, but you want him to do all these other things that he's like, no way, man, I'm only getting $20 an hour. And then you have all the stress and the frustration of having to think about looking for somebody additionally, or to get rid of this guy and try and hire somebody new. And in the end, you're going to have to end up paying anyway what you should have paid in the first place. So you have to make sure you set the bar at the right height. Or on the opposite end of that, if you hire somebody and they come in and you say, man, I want to get this off my shoulders. I don't want to take care of this machine anymore. So come and clean it for me, service it for me. I'll pay you $50 an hour. And it's really only a $20 an hour job. That guy's going to be like, awesome, and he's making really good money because you didn't take the time to come out, and you could have saved yourself $30 an hour. So you have to make sure that you are setting the bar at the right height for whatever it is that you're hiring for.
Yeah, you have to be specified exactly what do you want that company do to you or serve you, because it's like when I'm going to use, I think, the doctor. It's when you go to the doctor and you say, oh, my arm hurts. And the doctor say, oh, good, okay, well, maybe you just need pills because you don't tell me anything else. But if you tell the doctor, oh, you know what, my arm hurts, but it hurts when I lift him up over my shoulder, and it's a lot of pain and feel that burning. So the doctor is going to take you to a different kind of level and say, oh, you need to take these pills, plus you need to do this exercise or whatever. So when you be specific in what you want and what you telling the doctor, is going to be able to better results and know exactly what you want. And in the long run, you think all these silly questions that I ask is specific what I want and the way that I want is going to turn really nice for you, because they know what you want. They don't try to guess what you want or where it hurts.
Right. Yep. And that kind of brings us to the next thing, is just tip number 3 would be giving specific instructions. And that's for subcontractors or new employees, which you out there would hire both of those. But make sure you give specific instructions, because let's say you hire a new cleaning company to come in, and you tell us that you want the building cleaned twice a week. And so we come up with a contract. We say we come in 2 times a week, and that's it. Well, guess what? We decide that we're going to come in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
And that's it.
Yeah, two consecutive days. Well, that's what the contract says. It's not specific, but your building's not getting serviced like it should.
It should be, yeah. Because we have experience. Well, I have a few friends of ours. They hire a different company, and this is what they did. They say, okay, let's sign the contract. This is 3 times a week. So they show up Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and that was it. And the rest of the week they open 7 days a week. So the building was looking really bad. They were really unhappy because the cleaning job, it was not getting done right. But it was not the company's fault, because they say 3 days, and 3 days they were there, but they don't say, okay, you go Monday or Wednesday, separate the day, so it will be more affected.
Exactly. Yep.
And that can happen. It happens. I talked to my friend. It's like, oh yeah, I'm drive me crazy. Anyway.
Also, you know, on the side of employees, like if you bring in a new employee on too, and even if they have a ton of experience in whatever it is that you do, let's say building gears or, you know, managing the machines that build the gears for you. Like if they come in, yeah. If you don't give them specific instructions, like we mentioned before, you're a completely different company for whoever they worked for last time. You have to make sure that you take the time out. Don't be lazy about it. Sit down and make up specific instructions for them, and so that everybody's clear and on the same page. And in the long run, it's going to save you because you're not going to get all frustrated and have to go out and hire new people and all that jazz. But Grace said, it's only a little slacking, but don't give the broad strokes even though you're busy. So it is a little bit slacking, but I think what she's saying is just because we're busy, we shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's what she's saying. If I'm wrong, Grace, let me know. But anyway,
right.
Yeah, that's it. So the 3 tips I think that we have for those of you out there in the property management, industrial
world.
Yep. Would be just make sure you give new hires, whether it's employees or subcontractors, make sure you give them time to adjust and show them the ropes. The second tip is not setting the bar too low or too high. Make sure you set it at the right height. And then the third one is to give specific instructions to anybody you hire on. And it should make your life a lot easier if you just follow those 3 tips.
Yeah, I think it'd be much easier, more smoother. But you want to bring anybody aboard today? Or?
I don't think so. I see Kim's watching. Hey, Kim and Grace and Fabian. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was all for me. I don't know if she has to say anything else.
I think that's it. If you would like more information on this, or if you want any help with how to find, you know, any more tips, you can always shoot us an email, cleanonthespot@yahoo.com, and we are changing that because we're changing that soon. So in the next broadcast should be a different email address. But Grace says, give some details on what you actually expect done. Give them a good month to find their groove. Exactly. Yep. I would agree with that for employee side of things. As for subcontractor, I don't think I would agree with that. But Grace, you're totally on point. Yeah, it's gonna take some time to get in the groove, like you said, for employees for sure. So make sure you give them ample time to get the results that you need. So thanks so much, Grace, for your input. And again, if you want any more information on this, email us, cleanonthespot@yahoo.com.